Hello, folks. Oh, my word. How are we doing today? I hope you guys are all doing amazing. We're here. F1 Manager should appear. And I'm a rapper, even if I'm a bit crap at it. How are you guys all doing? Liam, Holy Fab, Daweed, James, CJ Chaos, White Will Smith, Ellendig, Jack TMP, and who was first today? Atin66, first in the chat today. There you go. There's your personal shout out. Guys, how are we all doing? Oh my word. I'm sure we'll talk about the race today. I'm gonna potentially break some hearts today. Today isn't gonna be a very long stream. I'm sorry. We're gonna probably get one race in. I really want to watch the IndyCar finale. Which starts in an hour and a half. So I need to play the game quicker than I normally would. But yeah, the IndyCar finale is at Laguna Seca, which I didn't realise, which is one of my favourite circuits in the world. It should be a pretty unreal race because 5 different drivers can win the championship. And I really want to watch it, but the option was no stream or a little stream. Or maybe a stream after the IndyCar stuff. But I thought rather than stream at midnight, I'd stream now. And maybe if I feel a bit excited later, maybe if the IndyCar's a banger or if it gets a bit resident sleeper, I'll just go live at midnight for another race. So it should be pretty good. Little stream is better than no stream. Exactly. We might do another little stream later. I don't want to make promises on that because, you know, it will be like midnight. And who knows how I'm going to be feeling then. But yeah, it should be pretty good. Where can you watch IndyCar in the UK? It is available on Sky Sports F1. It's literally on the channel that you can watch F1 on in the UK. It's available there. And if you're elsewhere in the world, if you go to IndyCar's website, they have a really good website that lists everywhere you can watch it. If I'm not mistaken, if you're in a country where IndyCar isn't aired, you can just sign in on their website and watch it. I don't know if you can watch it for free or if you have to pay a subscription. I don't think there's a subscription to pay, but that might be an option. Of course, you could always just... there's that thing, isn't there, where you click a button and you end up in, like, Turkmenistan or whatever, a VPN. You could always maybe try one of those as well. But I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm not, like, a big IndyCar watcher normally. Like, I'd occasionally just stick it on if it happens to be on. But I didn't realise that the last race of the season was at Laguna Seca. Laguna Seca is one of my favourite tracks in the world. F1 will never drive there, ever, but it's an unreal track. Oh, right. How are you guys all doing anyway? We had some pretty crazy stuff happening last night in the stream, so we will cover that because we did start season number 2. If you missed yesterday's stream, you're sat there thinking, where's Kevin? Where's Kevin? Kevin is at Mercedes. Kevin and George Russell swapped seats. Also, is my fan on? My fan's not on chat. Let me go turn on my fan. I ran out of charge in the controller. It's too hot. It's too hot. Okay, I'm back. I'm comfy. I'm ready to stream. Is my water bottle filled? It's not filled. It's not a good start. It's a bad omen. It's not a good omen. My stream title's wrong. It's season 3. Does the stream title still say season 2? Oh my, what is this, Jack? Amateur hour. Amateur hour here. So yes, we got in George Russell. Starts the season. Amazing. Look at this. Look at this start to the season, chat. Look at that. George Russell wins on his debut. Pacher comes 4th. We have a competitive car. And then we go to Saudi Arabia and race in Jeddah. And both our drivers crashed in the first 10 laps. We were running last with both cars. We had a load of safety cars. It was pretty chaotic. To be honest, I think we did really, really well to get points with Teo. We had to do a bit of tactical backing up with George and really kind of juggle the team around to get those points. They were hard-earned. You can tell it was a difficult race because Ocon and Vettel got 3rd and 4th, and the Alpine and AlphaTauri aren't that good. And down at the bottom, you can see, like, Magnussen was in 11th, Perez was in 10th. Like, some of the better teams just struggled. It was one of those races where everything went wrong, and it was a bit of a recovery. Right, I've got some thank yous to do because I've not read out any of the subs because I'm an amateur. Garrett, thank you for subbing 4 hours ago for 3 months as well. That is a legendary status, I feel like, 3 months. Especially if you sub when I'm offline. That is like a tier above, I feel like, every other sub. That means you were just thinking about me when I wasn't even live, and I'm flattered. We've got GRG Quads, I've definitely said your name incorrectly. I'm going to claim I've said it correctly. Thank you for subbing with the Prime 5 minutes ago. Ruskin, gifted a sub. That is very, very generous of you. Never, you've now got a subscription, apparently. And then Amrose subbed themselves. And came in with the 30 months and put a yar. Whenever someone writes a yar, I have to hit the yar, don't I? I have to. Right, how are we all doing, though? How are we all doing, though? Do I want to talk about the end of the F1 today? Because I'm confused by what people want from Formula 1. Is anyone else confused? This might be a really unpopular opinion, I realise. But I don't think it's that controversial for a race to end under a safety car. Like, firstly, De Vries getting points, amazing. Big fan of that. Like, at the end of the day, the rules are the rules that they are for safety, not for entertainment. Is it anticlimactic when a race ends under a safety car? Yeah, it is. But this is the first time it's happened since Bahrain 2020. Like, previously the rules were applied incorrectly. Massey lost his job, or the regulations were tightened up. And then this time around, the rules have been applied correctly, and people are still upset. Like, don't get me wrong, it was anticlimactic, it was annoying. There was definitely a safety car cock-up with picking up the race leader. But it's like, all this talk around red flags and stuff, I'm sat thinking, if we have that same incident on lap 10, it's not a red flag. At that point, you're changing the rules for the sakes of entertainment, which I feel like is what everyone complained about at the end of last year. Am I crazy? Am I in the minority that think this? Like, I think I must be, but I'm just, like, I feel like no matter what they do, people are just going to be upset at this point. Like, it's just, I don't understand. Like, don't get me wrong, yes, it's anticlimactic, but do you want the game to be about, the sport to be about sport and consistency, or do you want it just to be about setting stuff up to always be entertaining at the end? It's questionable. F1 exists purely for entertainment. It doesn't, though, does it? F1 is a competitive sport. It's not an entertainment product. That is the reality. There's a balancing act to be had, but compromising the sporting integrity for entertainment is what people cried about last year. Like, I'm so confused. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand why it's anticlimactic, but this is such a rare circumstance. And I feel like if you red flag it, then you just kind of, it's just so inconsistently applying all the other attitudes around safety cars elsewhere in the race. M7 Heart, mate, thank you very much for subbing with the tier 1. I appreciate it massively. I don't think, the thing is, Steranova, I don't think people are upset because it was managed badly either. I think, don't get me wrong, it could have been handled better, but I've not really seen anyone talking about the fact the safety car didn't pick up the race leader properly. The only thing I've seen people complain about is the lack of a red flag. Certainly that's been the dominant discussion. Bring Massey back. I mean, it comes down to what do you want the sport to be. But there seems to be a weird thing where it's like you're doomed if you do, you're doomed if you don't, based on what the internet wants. I agree with you, but there's massive doubt about whether a race can get going again. The red flag should be the dumb thing, but I don't feel like it should be. If that same incident happens on lap 10... and you'd only ever have the safety car. I don't agree with this idea that you should red flag it so it doesn't end under safety cars, because it's just an inconsistent application of the rules, and it makes it way easier to manipulate races if you wanted to, in terms of just you could cause a red flag intentionally with one of your drivers. Like, don't get me wrong, there were so many issues with the safety car being badly ran today. Like, it was bad. And could the safety car have been called sooner? Yeah, it probably could have been. But at the same time, I don't really buy into this idea that a red flag should have been given. What does picking up the race leader properly mean? Explain, please. So basically, when the safety car goes out, everyone goes past the safety car except the leader. The idea is that whoever is at the front at the start of the race is directly behind the safety car, and everyone else gets behind, and then the lap before the safety car comes in, anyone who was lapped unlaps themselves and goes ahead. The safety car went out, and during the confusion of the Ferrari and Max Verstappen pitting, the safety car ended up with George Russell directly behind it. And as a result of that, then there was a bit of running with Russell behind it, and then everyone had to go around again. And it meant that an extra lap or two got burned. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. I agree. Like, if you're gonna red flag that, you might as well just red flag everything. Like, don't get me wrong. I do understand the frustration and the anticlimacticness of it, but that is just part of the sport. M7 Hart, mate, thank you for subbing with the tier 1 for the first time ever. Welcome aboard. But De Vries, I was really, really impressed with. Like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't like a perfect drive, but we see all this talk about other F2 champions not get given a chance, like Piastri last year. You know, a lot was made about Mick winning F2 and how he should be on the grid. Like, people forget, De Vries won Formula E last year. He won Formula 2 a few years before that. Like, there's many drivers who don't get given that chance. And I think he showed in one weekend that he probably would be a very good driver on the grid. But I thought De Vries was very good. I don't think we have any... Do we have anything new here? Wait. Did we get a new floor done, chat? I thought the floor was going to be done. Is the new floor... Sorry, is the new... Current projects underfloor. Chat, what projects got done? I wasn't reading. I was in autopilot. I was too busy ranting. Okay, so there's... What... Is there anything I need to build? Chat, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, there's a new chassis. Is there anything else new? Oh, so, okay, chassis and suspension. But if I want to build them, I have to emergency build them. Oh, we do it, don't we, chat? We do it. How much does it cost? Oh, it's not even that expensive. I'll tell you what, the emergency building is very, very forgiving. Well, I don't think the penalty for it is actually that severe to rush stuff out. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that. It feels very, very, like a very, very cheap way. Like, parts aren't that expensive anyway. Maybe it's just because I'm Haas and we always seem to make money because we're cheap in every other aspect. But I feel like, in general, I've been able to get away with not being organised. How's our car looking out? We have a good car! We actually have a legitimate car now. It shouldn't exist, IMO. It's tricky, right? Because I feel like the emergency part thing is just designed so that people don't completely fudge up playing the game and, like, miss a part. Because it'd be a bit awkward if you got to race day and you just don't have the parts to do it. But I think it should just be one of those things where if you get to race day and you don't have the required things, the game just tells you, hey, this has been taken out of your budget to manufacture the required parts. It shouldn't be an option that you do. Jill Kim, thank you very much for with the tier 1 as well. What do you guys think about the emergency building? It feels very good. Currently playing on PS5, racing Baku, and had 4 retirements. Baku is mad. And 2 crashes under the safety car. That is a little crazy. I was very impressed with De Vries. It's difficult, right? Because, like, he did everything he could do in his career, I feel like, to get a drive in F1. And instead, he's just been passed around as a reserve driver. But you don't end up driving in practice sessions for 3 different teams unless you have some talent and some people are looking at you. I mean, I read a rumour today that Drugovich has signed with Aston Martin today to be their reserve driver, which I could kind of see happening. I really think if you want to make the best of that car, you should replace Pichot with Lando Norris. See, Lando would be very good, M7 Hart, but I don't want the... I like the entertainment value of the game. I feel like this game is probably a very easy game to play optimally with, like, sliders and just hiring the best drivers. I like it when stuff goes wrong. It'd be a bit boring if we won everything, wouldn't it? That's my 2 cents. I mean, 3 different teams is a reason because he's the Merc reserve driver, so they get used by everyone. It's true, but, like, Jack Aitken could have been given the option to drive for Williams, but obviously Williams don't think he is ready to be the reserve, hence he wasn't on standby. Brazilians will be fuming about Drugovich only getting a reserve drive. Look, there's many, many talented drivers who don't get an immediate shot in F1 after winning F2. He says he likes entertainment, gets rid of K-Mag. Look, K-Mag's driving for Merc, our main rivals. That's entertainment. All right, all the parts are in the car, chat. All the parts are in the car. Moderate rain. A wet Australia. Season 1 was bad. Season 1 here was not very good. Let's give Sargent the session over Russell. Sim to qualifying. If you're new around here, you now hate me. We don't do practice in this house. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible human being.
Free practice session all wrapped up.
Is Herta not getting his super license? Has that now been confirmed officially tonight?
Really
I know they're expecting an announcement today.
Continuing to grow within the paddock. With free practice now over, drivers will have to know this circuit inside.
Why do I never do my sponsor stuff? I'll be honest, you say this. I'm just lazy. I'm a bad person.
All with aspirations of
Is it confirmed that Herta's not getting his super license, or are people? Has there been an actual statement? I can't see there being an actual statement, but it does look like he isn't going to get it now. But we'll see. I feel like this is going to be an ongoing thing now for the next 3 weeks. You know, we've had a load of driver moves. Next 3 weeks till Singapore. It's all going to be about Herta and a bit more of kind of who's going where. It's mad. IndyCar is arguably one of the pinnacles of motorsport and has less than F2. It's that weird thing, right, where because they don't rate ovals. Like, I don't think there's any series where there's oval that uses ovals, exclusively ovals, that gets you super license points at all. And obviously that plays a bias. But then if you look at Herta's performances, his best performances don't come at ovals anyway. But Sherry's a lot slower than Russell. Should I be concerned? I'm looking forward to Singapore in 3 weeks. I realised in 3 weeks when Singapore's happening, I'm actually away with some friends in the Peak District. There better be good internet service or Sky Sports or a pub at least I can watch the race at. Right, we should be making it through Q1 easily. I've heard that Ocon is supposedly going to McLaren to replace Danny Rick. I haven't read that. I feel like every day of the week I see a new rumour involving drivers in F1. We're at that point of the season where silly season hasn't quite finished. Would Ocon really leave Alpine now? French team, French driver? That's the kind of thing that would almost make sense if they get Gasly in, because Ocon and Gasly don't get along, and that's kind of a well-publicised thing. I think they did kind of bury the hatchet slightly, but it's still a bit of a eggshells thing with the two of them. But it doesn't. If Herta doesn't get his super license or get it on appeal, which will be, I think that now rumbles on for the next 3 weeks. I don't see Ocon leaving, to be honest. Mick did quite good today. I thought Mick did solid. I feel like potentially hot take here. I feel like Mick's performance gets overblown in terms of how good it was. I thought Magnussen was particularly bad. Obviously, he got that time penalty on lap 1. It's like, Mick came 12th, and it's like, yeah, but 4 cars didn't finish. But considering the circumstances, right? I don't think it's I think it's a good performance when you consider you didn't get much practice running. But I don't think it's like a super standout, like, wow, that's insane performance, you know? I did see K-Mag's cut on turn 1. It was pretty egregious, wasn't it? Are we hitting traffic here? Yeah, okay. Prix might have been held up there by the Alfa Romeo. Who was it? Which Alfa? Which Alfa was it? Who was it? Danny Rick. Right, block him. Get your revenge. Don't let him by. That'll do. How much time did Prix lose there? Maybe it wasn't that bad of a block. Maybe I've just blocked him back unnecessarily. I don't think we have to go out again here. But we'll see. How about the Teo crash? The Teo crash was nasty. Did people see that in the Formula 2 feature race? Prix's crash. He got taken out by, I can't remember who it was now, who's coming back onto the track and just took him out. Proper stupid. And then he just got whacked twice. Like, it wasn't even his fault. It was just one of those ones where you're just stuck. I don't think... Do we need to go out again? I think we're safe with Russell. I might just go out with Prix to be safe. But it's definitely... I don't really need to worry too hard here. So it's 117 laps. We want to go out at 250. 250's the time. There we go. Look at that. Bloody hell. I'm a gamer, folks. Oh, the camp. Chat, why did no one mention the camp? Someone probably did and I missed it. Thank you for the update, chat. Right, Bechet didn't improve, but we're still through. 12th, though. Look how close the pack is, by the way, in terms of time, chat, to leader. Less than 7 tenths separating the top 15 there is crazy. Why is Giotto still in F2? Wasn't he just back for one race? I might be mistaken. I feel like he was only back for this one race. Did K-Mac get eliminated there? No, he didn't. No, he... If I speak, I'm in trouble. Let's get early laps set again. So just for people coming in, it's going to be a short stream tonight. I want to watch the IndyCar.
Should be green,
kind of season finale. There's like 5 drivers that can win the championship. It's at Laguna Seca. It kicks off. It starts in an hour. I'm definitely missing the start of it as well. Right, Bechet's right behind Russell there. Get a toe off your teammate. Just get a toe all the way. George is great. Yeah, it was Nissani. Didn't Giotto come in to replace Nissani, who had the race ban from his penalty point accumulation? Hey, commentary Josh, how's it going? I can't believe K-Mag's gone out first session there. That's mad. Hey, the Human Pokédex YouTube, how's it going? I felt a bit bad for Owassa today. Did people see what happened with Owassa in Formula 2? I appreciate a lot of the people here probably just, you know, watch the F1. But Formula 2 can be pretty interesting. Owassa, so he got third. He had a really rough sprint race yesterday. He got third, and his radio message, he was so happy about getting third. Like, it was genuinely heartwarming how happy he was. And then his car failed a test. I think it was to do with the floor and the plank underneath, like the thickness of it or something. But his car wasn't within the regulations, and he got disqualified like an hours after the race finished. It was so sad. And yeah, Hauger got an extra place off it as well. Where's Kevin? Kevin's at Mercedes, but he didn't make out the first session. It was so sad for Owassa. He was so happy. I don't think Bechet's going to improve. That's a really good time running directly behind Russell all the way. I don't think I can improve on those times, chat. They were as clean a laps as we're going to get. The track never seems to rubber in as much as it should in real life. I guess we'll just try more laps on the same softs, but I can't see us improving there. I think the plan is to do just the one race tonight, but we'll see. My plan might be, chat, I don't know, just to be clear, but my plan is to do this race, watch IndyCar, might see what the time is, how I'm feeling. I might come back and do a super late night stream, but we'll see. So I might do one race now, go watch Indy, come back. Okay, we beat the queue. I'm sending out Bechet directly behind Russell again like we did last time because hopefully he can just get a toe. Teamwork makes the dream work. Watch along Indy race. The issue I have, chat, is I watch Indy with Now TV, which is like Sky's like internet broadcasting service. And it's on a delay, so I get spoilers from the chat. I'm currently looking, though, at getting satellite TV so that I don't have the delays. Then I can actually do watch-alongs more feasibly. Hey, Aussie boy. I'm doing really, really good, thank you, mate. I'll tell you what, Bottas has struggled. He must have got blocked, right, with Ocon. I mean, Mercedes struggled last race. They look to be struggling here. I sent Bechet out to try and get a toe. He's not close behind Russell, but he's actually going faster. I mean, Russell is getting pace out of our car, right? We've never qualified on the front row, ever, in 2 seasons. But our car looks really good to start this year, which is really promising. This is the 3rd race of the season. What happened in F3? Commentators on F1 said they had some really bad decisions today. I don't... The race had some really unfortunate stuff. There was a safety... I didn't watch Formula 3, but my understanding is there was a safety car, and then there was a second incident where they did a safety car, then red flagged it, and they couldn't restart the race. Basically, Formula 3 has a bit of an issue where the timing on the race weekends is always so compact. If Formula 3 overruns, it runs into F2, which then runs into F1. Naturally, you never want to be delaying Formula 1 for Formula 2. And as a result of that, you never want to be delaying Formula 3 because the knock-on effect it'll have elsewhere. But my understanding is in the Formula 3, they basically had to stop the race early. And then they couldn't resume it because the schedule just didn't allow it. I kind of empathise with them in that situation. Pichère might get dropped out of here, by the way, chat. We should probably pay attention here. Who's going to be next? Norris? How can Bottas knock us down? He can't. Norris, can he knock us down? Hamilton's getting pace out of this car. I imagine Norris will too. Wow, we are clinging on. Oh, Ocon knocked us down. 11 for Pichère is not terrible. Look how close these times are, though. And I've been saying that a lot. Well, I think it's Russell in third all the way down. Russell in fourth down to... Well, even Perez, it's like 0.15 seconds. And then you look at the gaps here. Look at that. 5 thousandths separating 4 cars. Grid's close. All right, it's all on George Russell. What can he do in the in this race, but also in the rain? How do I feel about Liverpool's season? I don't think it's as big a write-off as some people seem to think it is just yet, but it's definitely not been a good start. Bizarrely, I think a break now for Liverpool's a really fortunate time to have a bit of a time to recollect the players and kind of focus on some stuff. Dazza, thank you for resubbing for 23 months. Evening, mate. Loving all these streams. Glad to see your hard work is paying off. Oh, dude, you're too kind. Thank you. Flush the poo. Chat, stop being so mean. There was one weird thing that happened in F2. I can't remember. Was it Vips or Lawson? Someone served the incorrect penalty. They should have had a 5-second time penalty, which, for people who don't know, is basically you either serve a 5-second time penalty is either, if you're not going to pit again, 5 seconds gets added to your time when you cross the line. Or alternatively, if you pit, you have to be held in the pits for 5 seconds. And instead of, he was meant to get that penalty, I think it was Lawson. And instead they made him do a 5-second stop-go incorrectly. Which is basically the driver has to go into the pits, stop for 5 seconds, and then leave. You can't do any work on the car. So although it's a 5-second penalty, you have to go through the pits, which is like another 27. Was it 10 seconds? Oh, it might have been 10 seconds, not 5. But yeah, principle still stands. They basically gave the driver the wrong punishment. We have to go out again here. That was so bad. Yeah, it was an awful lap with traffic. But yeah, somehow they gave the driver the wrong punishment. So, as bad as you think things are in F1, be glad you're not an F2 driver. Oh, do I go fresh? I might need fresh softs for the wet race. This is going to be rough. If we could get top 4, that would be massive. That's kind of where we've been leading up to this. So I want to believe it's possible. I want to go out a little bit earlier as well. Oh, the AI chat isn't going to go out here. We've just had the bug. There's a weird bug where if a driver is doing an in-lap really late on, the AI looks around and goes, there's cars on the track. We don't want to send our drivers out yet. Wait, did I go a lap early? Have I balls this up? Did I go a minute early? I went a minute early, didn't I? I went a minute early. Oh my god, Jack, you are an idiot. You are an idiot. He's got to get through everyone. We don't discuss this. We don't talk about this. We never mention this incident. It never happened. I never sent him out a minute early. If I'd called him in, he wouldn't have been able to go back out in time. I went out at 340 instead of, well, it's 350 instead of 250. I mean, the good news is we're going to block everyone behind us. How fast or slow are we? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's okay. We're blocking. We've blocked. We're going to block Perez. Oh, my. Chat, we never talk about this race. We never talk about this race. We need to refuel. Is he not coming into the pits? Why are you not... George, why are you not pitting? He's gone for back-to-back flying laps, and I don't understand why. I mean, he's probably confused by my strategy, to be fair. Oh. Hi, Jack. Echo from Sky F1 here. Mind's telling us what happened to George in Q3. Administrative error. I've been watching too many Ferrari
Here we are, folks.
videos.
For another day of
I'm actually an idiot, chat. So I went out a minute early, but because we went out a minute early, I don't think there would have been time to pull him in because a lap time is like a minute 30 anyway. There might have been just enough time to pull him in, but I don't think so. I was too busy being embarrassed. Chat, we need a prediction. What's the weather? Ooh. Ooh, lap 29 rain, and it's going to be hard. It's not really going to get dry. What tyre can get us to lap 30? This might be hard to start. Do I start on hards? I think I have to. I think I'm going to block it out as hard inter, but it might change. Do I do that with both? I wonder if George could make the mediums work if we were gentle on them. I don't think the mediums last. I think even if we ease up on it all, I don't think... If we went super cautious, they'd ease up. But I think you're just better off going on the hards and not having to worry about managing them. We might lose positions initially. I think the AI will still go for two stoppers involving inters. The inters might be a little bit tight at the end. It might be wet, but we're kind of just blocking out roughly here. What I'm thinking. I think hard inters for both, right? I'm so upset. You need to stop streaming this game for a while. I can't catch up on the VODs or YouTube video uploads fast enough. I'm sorry, Scottish board. I'm sorry. Okay, what are we doing a prediction on, chat? What do you... I want good... Do we do will Teo out-qualify Magnussen or out-position Magnussen? Is that the classic to go for here? Will Teo outplace K-Mag? Is that a good one? You know, then all the K-Mag fans can, like, you know, bet on their boy. Right, does Teo outplace K-Mag? K-Mag didn't do very well. Teo starts ahead of him. But the rain can do weird and wonderful stuff. And both can make horrific errors, let's be honest. I miss K-Mag, sad. Look, it's okay, Aqua. It's okay. Teo makes mistakes, chat. He crashed out last race. I'm putting faith in your strategy. That is an error. Did you not just see what happened in Q3? There's a lot more believers. I thought more people might have a little punt on K-Mag, to be honest. Let's be honest, chat. K-Mag v Pichero is the battle of the season. We didn't win last race. We got 8th and 13th, I think, last race. K-Mag is... Pichero's adaptability is really, really bad, chat. He is not good at driving in the rain. Oh... Right, I think I can start now. I know the prediction's still live, but by the time the intro's done, the race has started.
The drivers have now taken position on the grid.
K-Mag's due a crash. Did he crash last race? I think, did he crash in Jeddah?
And here,
I feel like he took not someone out. I'll be honest, all of Kevin's crashes merge into one, chat. I don't know about any of you. All his incidents, they're just one... In my mind, Kevin's highlight reel for his career is just crashes.
And we're just moments away now.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Brace yourselves for the Australian
I'm braced.
Grand Prix.
Brace. It's like being in a bit like being in a plane. What's that
And
brace
it's
position?
lights out, and away we go.
Right. We're on board with Teo here at the start. His teammates to his right. We are on hards. Everyone else is on mediums except Magnussen's on hards as well. That makes it interesting. K-Mag on the hards.
Is that a new race position for
Oh. Can we get the Red Bull? Can we get the Red Bull? Perez is struggling this year, it feels like. Bacher's done him.
Currently P10.
P10 and P9. We love this. Who's next? Hamilton in the McLaren.
Haas with an overtake
Is
there.
it cursed? Is it poetic? It makes me feel uncomfortable. The sound in this game's so good. Push, George, push! Both in the points. Still a long way down, though. If they go medium softs, all the AI strategies make sense. If they go mediums hards, I'm going to be very annoyed. I feel like at some point this season, I don't know why, both our drivers are going to retire in the same race. And I don't know if I like that idea. Where's K-Mag? K-Mag is in the Mercedes, a little further back. But to be fair, it's very, very close after a lap. The parity in performance of cars on this grid is kind of mad.
Yeah, take it easy. Covering.
If Hamilton went back to McLaren, there is part of me that would enjoy that. I can't see it ever happening, but there's a small part of me that, you know, would enjoy it. Expectations for this season are another top 3 tip, although the directors want us to win the constructors by 2026. So in the next 3 years, we have to win the constructors, according to the board. Oh, Russell v Hamilton in Haas versus McLaren. This feels weird. This feels wrong. Oh, he squeezed him! Did you see that?
Enabled.
Oh, we get him with DRS here. Easy peasy. I hope. Our car is the best car at running in traffic on the grid. And in dirty air. So this should be good. I'm still waiting for Russell to get past and go, I need clean air. I can't do anything. Yeah, to be fair, Hamilton is on like $27 million. Jack, do you want me to notify the FIA for Hamilton's erratic driving? No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll get him here. Mission failed. We get him next sector. Oh, he's right up the chuff, is Norris. We are faster. DRS here. Hamilton gets it as well. Have a go, George. Have a go out of this last few corners.
They'll come to us. Covering.
Jed, do you fancy a bounty? I don't like bounty chocolates. Is that controversial or is that a good take? I never know with Twitch chat. Half of you think I'm mental with my food takes. Half of you think I'm a reasonable person.
Yep.
I begin to think I'm just normal. Good take. W take. Bad take. We can't get past Lewis. He's too fast. I feel like this corner here, you see so many lockups and crashes. People think it's edgy to hate bounties. Bounties are just not that good. Like, let's be honest, there's a reason they're always the last thing left in celebration boxes. They're not bad. Like, if you held a gun to me and said eat the bounty, I'd probably do it then. But they'll always be the last thing left if I get a tub of celebrations. No one's favourite chocolate bar is a bounty. That's the issue with bounties. In the same way that no one's favourite chocolate biscuit is a penguin. No, for no one, penguins are the favourite. And if they are, you're a child who likes penguin jokes. And that's okay. You know? Like, it goes like Twix, Kit Kat, Penguin in the lunchbox kind of chocolate tier list. I won't take penguin slander. Slanders are bad. Slanders are bad. Penguins are bad. Words are hard. Do Twixes have jokes on them, mate? No. You know what? You got me there. I think it's been the same jokes for 20 years on penguins. It's like, why did the penguin jump on the ice in front of the other penguin? He wanted to break the ice. It's like, no, it's a bad joke.
Red Bull moved up.
I'm not. Anyone who thinks that penguins are good, like, incorrect. Bashir got overtaken, by the way. And now Perez is 2 seconds behind the other guys. I feel like you told that badly. Maybe I did that to make the joke seem worse. Oh my god, this traffic is mad. We just can't get through. We might just have to hold position. Charge the battery, save the tyres. Bashir doesn't know the definition of hold the position. Teo, chill, mate. Chill. Where do Freddos sit on the tier? See, I wouldn't consider Freddos like a lunchbox chocolate biscuit thing. They're just like a regular chocolate bar, right?
Shut on, shut on.
I feel like there's like certain things you have in a lunchbox. You know, you have like Jammy Dodgers, Jaffa Cakes, Twixes, Kit Kats, Penguins, Wagon Wheels. You know, they are staples of a lunchbox. At least in England in school, you couldn't get away with a Freddo in your lunchbox. That is a proper chocolate bar, not allowed. If there's a bit of biscuit involved though, it's allowed. Doing an Alpine save. Do I renew Alonso's contract to the age of 40? Always renew Alonso's contract. Maybe replace him. Maybe replace him. Wagon Wheels are goated. What about Jammy Dodgers and Jaffa Cakes, chat? Thoughts on Jaffa Cakes? Are they a cake or are they a biscuit? This is the hard-hitting debates we have here on the Work the Space Twitch channel. I think legally they were deemed to be cakes. There was like some tax thing around the tax that's applied to cakes and biscuits. And Jaffa Cake went to court over what Jaffa Cakes were. I say Jaffa Cake, it's McVitie's, right, who made Jaffa Cakes.
Push hard now.
Cake, they go hard when stale. Biscuit, oh, this is a very divisive subject, I realise, and maybe I shouldn't have stirred such a debate at this hour. Has Mick crashed? No, I think it's Tsunoda. Tsunoda spun out last turn.
Yellow ahead, yellow ahead.
Yellow ahead. The yellow is in sector 3 on the last turn, Becca. You're fired. It's all engagement, true.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Started a Williams save after today. Replaced Latifi with De Vries. Good. I hope Nick De Vries. Is it De Vries? De Vries? I feel like I'm always saying it differently. If I say it differently every time, eventually one of them has to be correct. I know. Flawless logic there, chat. I think Jaffa Cakes are a lot nicer than M Cities. What are M Cities? Fruits on Fruit Winders, Jack. Oh my god. Do they still make Winders? I remember when Winders were the hit food. Like they had the adverts. Do people know what Winders are outside of England? I assume they're a thing everywhere. It was like you'd have like a kind of, how would I describe it? Like a paper with a comic book strip on. And it'd just have this sticky like gel. of like apple or strawberry, and it was wound up in a really tight thing, and you'd basically unwind it, and it was just a long strip. Do people know what I'm talking about here? I don't know how global these were.
Good. Okay.
But they were like in TV adverts everywhere. They were like, for a few years, they were the thing. They were very good back in the day. I used to do a thing where I'd just eat one all at once, if you can believe that. I'd put the start of it in my mouth and then just like eat as I go. Pachet just overtook 2 people there, and we've missed it. Apologies. Sorry, Teo, but fruit winders are more important. I wonder if Teo can catch the back of the train if we push. Let's try. The UK is the land of obscure candy. No. This was something you get in your lunchbox at school. This was a healthy snack. It had fruit in it. What flavour fruit winder? Strawberry. Always strawberry. Thoughts on Biennes, Jack? Don't love them, don't hate them. Wouldn't choose to have them. I think they're called fruit roll-ups in the US. Winders is a stronger name for them. I'm putting that out there. Also, we have dropped Norris out of DRS, which is good. Even if we don't catch the train. Getting out of DRS range is decent. Best flavour milkshake. Is strawberry boring? If I say strawberry milkshake to Elite Chat, am I going to be booed for that, or is that a dub take? I don't know with you guys. I don't know what the kind of socially accepted norms are. Russell is setting the fastest laps, but we just can't get through this traffic. I think I have to stay and deploy here. I think we will catch this train. Lots of these guys are going to have to pit on the medium. So the fact that we're just kind of sitting behind them, as long as we don't lose too much direct ground on the guys at the front, we should be in a really, really good spot to make up a lot of positions after the pits. Going long until the rain. We're definitely lacking that little bit of pace on these hards to kind of make moves with Russell. But we can play the long game. Saving fuel, saving tyres. It's all good. Ferrero Rocher milkshakes. That sounds very sophisticated. I don't know if I've ever had a Ferrero Rocher, chat. They just seem like quite an adult thing. And they have a weird sounding name that I can't say correctly, so I'm scared to eat them, you know? I eat fish and chips and stuff with English names only. Kinder Buenos, not my Kinder. Kinder Eggs. Yeah. You're an adult. That's what you think. No, chat. I'm not ready to have a Ferrero Rocher. I'm not ready to have one. You know, like they're for old people, like aniseed balls. Winnie 1907. Thank you for subbing with the Prime. What, chat? What is in a Ferrero Rocher? I can't believe I'm outing myself here as someone who's never had a Ferrero Rocher on stream. This could be an all-time low for me. I'm going down in people's estimations.
Lift off.
I'm like, if you've had a Ferrero Rocher, you are an adult. That is the point where you officially hit adulthood, chat. And I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that transition to adulthood. I've not had one either. Lots of people are coming to my rescue saying they've not had one either. How old am I? I'm 29. I had a Ferrero Rocher when I was 12. Wow. Someone hit adulthood early. What can I say? What about Lindt? I've had Lindt chocolate. Do Lindt do chocolate Easter egg like bunnies? I think I might have had some Lindt chocolate Easter. After Eights. After Eights are good. I like After Eights. You know, After Eights as a child were quite a cool thing, because if you had them before 8, you felt like a badass. So I you know, happily ate an After 8 as a kid. How long is this train? It's everyone behind Ocon, but everyone else is on mediums. I mean, right now we are just saving fuel and our tyres. This is great. I do not mind being just towed along here.
Charge on, charge on.
Prix did really good in that little stint there, a few laps to get the gap on Perez and Norris. For people who have been playing F1 Manager, did you guys watch the race today? And when Verstappen overtook everyone except Leclerc, and then it came on with his team telling him to save the battery and harvest for a few laps. Were any other FM players like, oh my god, I tell my drivers to do that? Did anyone else have that moment? The game's real. You know, he's gone for a little bit of a push. We've made a few moves, but before we get onto Leclerc, we need to harvest a little bit. I was the DiCaprio meme where he's pointing at the screen. Did I say FM players? F1 Manager players. F1M and FM. Very annoying acronyms that are very close to one another. No, but watch the Haas drivers wait for K-Mag to crash and Mick to spin. I mean, there was a disappointing lack of Haas mistakes today. Right, we are good now. It's a long race for us, folks. We're waiting for the rain. We are running long on these hards when everyone else is going. Shea needs to be a little bit careful not to get fall out of DRS, which I think he has just done. Oh no, he's still got it. We're good. Detection zone is early. Have Williams confirmed that Latifi's not staying on, chat? Has that been officially stated yet? I know they've not announced a replacement. But I don't even know if they've outwardly said they're getting rid of him.
So you can push a bit more.
They haven't yet. Oh no. It's like one of those things, isn't it, where everyone knows. We've all had that situation at work in the office where there's a bit of news that everyone knows except one person. You're waiting for them to find out. Latifi will be world champ next year and prove all the haters wrong. I don't know if that's going to happen. My partner's been trying to get me into F1 for a long time. I've learned more in a week of watching F1 Manager than 6 months of her explaining. She's proper salty about it. I'm happy to provide some assistance. Okay, battery is charged on Teo. Russell, you can charge yours.
Road race.
This is good. This is good. We're just playing patient now. Because they're all stopping before the rain and we are not. How far are we behind Sainz? We're only 5 seconds behind the race leaders here. In 9th and 10th. The pack is not separating after 13 laps. Right, now we chill. Now we chill. Wow, Gasly's pitting early here. He was running the mediums. Mediums pitting this early. Are they going to put on another set of mediums, or are they going to put on the softs? They might put on hards here. They are going to put on the hards. I mean, we know the hards are going to be a little close with the rain. I guess they didn't want to run medium. They might not have another set of mediums, or if it rains, they could be in trouble. Weather report. Heavy rain from lap 30. Tsunoda's so far back, chat. I feel bad for him. Even Gasly's ahead of him after a pit stop. I'm not sure if we're going to go wets or inters yet. It's going to be marginal, I think. It could be wets. But I feel like that. I know I say this every stream when it rains. This chart is never accurate. You basically just have to make a decision in the moment, I feel like. Fella, once you start winning, the game becomes too easy. I don't know, Night Train. We've won one race this season, but we've never gotten the pole position. And I've not yet actually won the... Well, I've not finished in the top 2 in the Constructors. Are we really about to both just make the move there? He cut the corner. That's not legal.
Let's just keep doing what you're doing.
George Russell is cheating.
Good job.
Right, lads, we're meant to be working together here. This is great teamwork. I'm very happy.
Haas with an
I'm going to tell
overtake.
Pichère not to fight. Just because they need to drive together here and just work their way through as a pack. Hey, Harry, my day was good, thank you, mate. Harry, I love the fact you come into every stream and just say, "Hi, Jack, how was your day?" It was good. This smells a teammate collision. Don't say it. If everyone in front of us pits, I'm going to tell the drivers to hammer time for a lap or two. We've got fuel. We've got battery. So everyone in front of us has still got a pit. I mean, they're not even that far up the road. Like, if you look at the radar here, we're a little further back, but it's close. Is Leclerc pitting? No. Is Sainz pitting? No. Ricciardo's pitting and Hamilton's pitting, though. Maybe now it's time to push a little. Let's work together, lads. This has just got to be a sensible team drive. Russell to take the lead first. We can save fuel and battery with Pichère. Then we'll swap them and Russell can have the same to charge his battery back up. Rain is due around lap 30. Around lap 30. What tyre did they put on? Hard tyre. Looks like everyone's pitting for the hards. We're in a good spot here. Although, so is Magnussen. I mean, Magnussen is like 6 seconds behind, but when everyone pits, I think Magnussen is going to come out in third behind us. Is Pichère DRS? He is. Oh, look at this. They're just working together, chat. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I hate the fact that Magnussen is also on hards, though. That concerns me. Although, knowing the AI, they'll probably pit him on the hards like before the rain arrives. The AI, the one thing I think the AI needs to massively improve on is how it acts around rain. All right, George. George, let Teo by.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
Let Teo by.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy.
Swap around, swap around, swap, 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 swap. Thank you. Okay, George. Now you can chill, mate. Now you can use less fuel, not push on your tyres as much. And now Pichère with more fuel can push hard. Look at it. This is great teamwork. Is this game fun or do the issues ruin it? I find it very enjoyable, just usual suspect. I wouldn't play the game as much as I did if it wasn't fun. I think some of these guys might run the softs when they pit. How's this pre-recorded stream going? It's going really good, thank you, MK Gamma Ray. How many episodes a week can we expect at Alpine? It's really tricky to say, chat. I need to do more Football Manager videos. I've not been doing enough Football Manager videos lately. Like, a single episode of F1, like, it takes me like 2 hours to play and record the actual gameplay bits. But I tend to take a break before the race, because the race is like sitting down to sit and talk for like an hour and 20 minutes sometimes. And then I have to edit it. Like, with the F1 videos, the reality is that, like, they take me, like, 8 hours to make. They take a long, long time. So it's really difficult to, like, be like, I will get one out every weekday. I think I'm aiming for, like, 3 to 4 a week. Would I ever think of getting an editor for my videos? It's just not, it's not financially viable, is the honest answer, chat. Like, cause as good, like, it's getting closer to that with streaming, to be honest. Like, I've always been someone, traditionally, who was a YouTuber who streamed in their free times. Like, Twitch has never been a main source of income for me, ever. Like, the reality is, across a year of earning money, Twitch makes up less than, like, 20% of my income. But I enjoy streaming it. And that percentage has definitely shifted with F1 Manager. Like, there are more people watching these streams than ever before, which helps immensely with, like, offsetting that so I can spend more time streaming like I have been. But, like, there is a big step up. Because the reality is, if I was going to hire an editor, with the amount of editing that would need to be done, I'd be taking on someone full-time. Like, it's not really a small responsibility. And it's a case of, if I bring on an editor, are they going to ease the workload for me, and are they going to add value to the business, right? Because ultimately, I run my stream stuff and YouTube and everything, it is a business. Like, every decision I make is with, like, a financial mindset, because I have to do that. Like, I'm self-employed at the end of the day. And ultimately, like, to hire an editor for the amount of work I need to do, it just doesn't, the cost doesn't outweigh what the return is from it. Like, if every YouTube video was getting 40,000 views, I'd hire an editor in a heartbeat. But when a video is earning you maybe, it's hard to say how much, but maybe like £100 a video, if it takes like 6 hours to edit, I'm paying an editor 6 times 15. You know, £15 an hour is a pretty reasonable rate for an editor. Like, it doesn't really make sense, like, at the end of the day, when I can just do it myself. I mean, there is perhaps a small element of the fact I like having control.
Always.
But at the same time, it's just my content isn't quite at that level.
Push hard now.
Did editing Jack not come back from Atalanta? No, he doesn't return my calls. Like, don't get me wrong, chat. If we got to a world where the streams all the time had, like, 4,000 viewers, and we had enough active subs, I'd probably look into getting more of the YouTube stuff edited so I could focus a bit more on the streaming bits. I'm really, really enjoying streaming at the moment, and because this is the quieter period of the year when it comes to YouTube, I am able to just afford to be, like, less active with videos and doing videos every day and just put more free time into streaming. And obviously there is a natural benefit with that in terms of, like, you know, the amount of people who are able to watch the streams, the amount of hours I'm able to stream. But it's one of those things where hopefully one day it gets to that point where I can hire an editor and whatnot, but it's just not quite there at the moment, sadly. And I'd love it to be there because it'd allow me to focus on just being, you know, it'd allow me to focus on the streams way more rather than kind of having to do all the YouTube stuff myself. Just don't sleep. Smart. Ask Mitt to edit the videos. True.
More push, more push.
Oh, don't worry, Viva La Corona. I make sure not to overwork myself. Would you do horror game streams? Okay, chat. I am, like, the most skittish person ever. Like, I've never played any... I'm the kind of person who just never really watched horror movies growing up and has never played a scary game in their life. The one time where I played a scary game was during a stream with my old job when I worked for a game studio where I opted to play Amnesia: The Dark Descent at midnight in my office at work with no one else in the building. That was genuinely freaky. I mean, going into your place of work and being there at 1 in the morning when no one else is there and all the lights are out, that's a little bit freaky, especially considering I'd been awake for 20 hours at the time. But to be doing that and playing a scary game, it was horrible. It was genuinely, it was actually traumatic. You know that thing like when you're a kid where you think about the idea of going into school at night and it being a bit creepy, like where it's like somewhere that you're really familiar with but you'd never be there at night.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Imagine doing that in your office, like that you work in. Honestly, it was
We need lift off,
it's a bit scary.
Lift off, turn 1.
Did Verstappen just pit? Yeah, he's pitted for hards. They're going to pit for hards as well, which makes no sense. They have vanished a little bit up the road, but we are just managing our drivers. working together to preserve fuel and battery. Maybe I would do some like different games if people wanted to see them. Like, I love the, like, don't get me wrong, I love F1 Manager, I love Football Manager. I'd like to think a lot of people watching are just watching because I'm quite fun to hang out with and I'm reasonably entertaining. Probably not the most entertaining person in the world, but I'd say like top 2%. There's a yellow flag set to 3. There's been both Ferraris, I think, have taken each other out. I think the Ferraris have taken each other out.
There's been contact.
I think the Ferraris have taken each other out.
Let's take a closer
At the
look.
front.
Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Oh my god. Oh no. Anyway.
And there's the hit. And it's crystal clear who was in the wrong.
I mean, Leclerc's in the wrong. Leclerc's got damage for the rest of the lap. I guess we push here. I guess this is our signal to push. But yeah, I would like to do stream some other games. Like, obviously FIFA comes out semi soon. I tend to play a lot of FIFA. I'm one of those people, you know, a filthy FIFA player. I know. I'm sorry to disappoint you, chat. Overwatch is coming out, which would be pretty fun to do some streams of, even though I get really tilted at that game. Any game where I have to work with other human beings, I get very annoyed at other human beings. I'm not very tolerant of other humans. What a sentence. I'm not very tolerant of other humans. I just find them really annoying. Chimata Bread, thank you for the resub. Did it for the horror. I don't even know what are the horror games to play. Is it Faz? Is it Faz that's that horror game? That is scary. I think that has a VR one. Hey! Barista Josh, mate, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in Raiders. Can we get a shout out, mods? Or do I have to do the shout out myself? Does the shout out command even work, chat? Mods! Mods, can we do a shout out for Barista Josh, please? Outlast is a good single player one. See, I have a VR headset, chat, and Phasmophobia could be traumatic, I feel like. I don't know, VR horror games. Considering I don't like regular horror games, I'm not sure if VR horror games are the correct ones. Chat, I'm going to do it myself. Apparently the shout command is not working. But if I put this in the chat, I do my own stunts. I hope this link works, Josh. I hope this works for your sakes. Does that work? I didn't need the HTTPS that I typed out. Chat, go check out Josh, mate. Thank you for the raid. I feel like VR horror could be a terrible mistake on stream. Potentially. Considering I've just openly talked about the fact I hate horror games. Why is Russell on deploy? Because we're trying to build up a gap between our drivers for when the rain comes in 6 laps. I don't want them double stacking. 2.4 seconds is about the time of a stop. Stop. Wrong letter of the alphabet came out of my mouth there. I'm sure if this has been asked before, but my game just crashes whenever I try to start it. Any tips on how to fix it? I have not heard of that issue, Misty Christie. If you've not tried verifying the integrity of your game cache on Steam, I'd recommend doing that. Besides that, maybe try it and... I assume you've reinstalled, but if you try verify integrity of game cache, if that doesn't work, maybe try updating your graphics drivers. If the rain doesn't come, chat, it's going to be really awkward. That's moved, hasn't it? I feel like the rain was coming in a lap sooner. Okay, the wear's still okay, though. The wear is still okay. Our drivers have a nice gap. To be honest, we should probably just harvest with both of them now. They're going to lose a bit of ground to Bottas and everyone else. Okay, Magnussen hasn't stopped, chat, and is in 6th. Bottas hasn't stopped either. Merc are going long on their drivers. What's the rain latest? Is it going to be inters or is it going to be wet? That's going to be the question.
More rain coming.
More rain? There hasn't been any rain yet. What do you mean more rain? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Half of chat are saying inters and half chat are saying wets. Wets. What? Oh, wait. There's been a multiple car crash.
I think there's been contact.
What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, no, Mick.
Focus on Tsunoda.
Mick and Tsunoda. Is it the same place where the Williams crashed?
Oh, no.
Is he okay?
The crash.
Look at them. They're moonwalking together.
There'll be questions
They're
asked
drift.
about
What's
that later.
happening? Chat, what's happening? I feel like I've walked in on something there. Tsunoda got the penalty. Mick's been done dirty. Alpine are fast this year, chat. They're both pitting. They're double stacking in the pits. Oh no, Mick's lost so much time and they're not even putting on wets. Why are we saving tyres? Because I don't know for sure when the rain's going to arrive. I mean, we could push a little bit more now, but we don't know how exactly when the rain's going to arrive here. So no, is that Mick getting in the way of everyone? Oh, it is. Thank you, Mick. Mick just earned us some time. Oh no, it's raining, chat. Chat, it's raining. Right, we have to make a decision. Inters or wets? I think wets. That's a lot of rain. But it could be inters then wets. I think we go wets. Wets in this game tend to have way better life.
A box, a box.
Am I going too early here? Nah, it's good timing. Wait, why didn't they pit? Why did he pit? Why didn't he pit? Are you telling me I called it too late?
Yeah.
That was never too late. It didn't go through. What do you mean?
Box.
Chat, I'm not having a good day.
Yes, box.
I'm not having a good day. There's a yellow flag sector 1. Oh my god. What have I done? Oh my god, I'm such...
Was that a lock-up on the track?
I don't want to talk about it. What have the AI pitted for? Wets. Okay, they've gone wets too. At least not everyone pitted. George is going to have a bit of a recovery mission. Is Magnussen still out on hards? The track is wet already. It might not be that disastrous because there's so many runners on slicks. They're going to hold up all the guys on wets. Like, Picher can't get past Magnussen at the moment. This might not be as disastrous as we thought. Alonso's still 6 seconds behind. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm calm. Who's coming out first? Oh, look. I timed it to perfection. It's a good job we didn't stack our drivers. That could have been disastrous. K-Mag did stop Teo there. Right, we're not racing each other. We're working together. Never in doubt, chat. That was... Cheers, everyone. Love it when a strategy comes together. K-Mag's in 5th, chat. K-Mag's in 5th. And Bottas is in 4th. Mercedes have pulled a blinder with their strategy. Because they did the same as us. Meanwhile, Sainz and Verstappen have pitted 3 times. Oh, chat. Mick's in the pits. How bad's it for Mick? Wait, Perez and Leclerc are on inters. Are they going to have to pit again here? Zhou's on inters. Interesting. Do you reckon Magnussen's bugged our room so he can hear our strategy calls? Leclerc and Perez have been absolutely cucked by the game there, haven't they, really? If we're being completely honest with ourselves. How hard's this rain going to be that comes up? This is meant to be when it's not wet. Yeah, Oliver, I do agree with the helmets. And I don't notice the helmets that much. So when drivers move teams shut, they go to like a default helmet. But I've never really noticed it, nor has it ever really bothered me that much. But maybe I'm just weird. Just because in real life now, the drivers change their helmets like every race. So the game's never going to have their actual helmet. Maybe I'm just... Maybe, you know, I don't have my complaints right, but it doesn't bother me that much. Maybe I didn't remove K-Mag from the WhatsApp group. Maybe that's how he knows everything. Also, wouldn't it be a bit weird if Verstappen moved teams and just had a Red Bull helmet, like Merc? I mean, that's not great. I think we can fast forward it. Oh, crap, chat. IndyCar starts in 10 minutes. Go, 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 go. I think this race is done. I don't think there's going to be any more stops, and I think we are just going to vibe now. Has Zhou just pitted for wets? Yeah, he has. So all the Interrunners had to pit again.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Oh, Norris. Lando.
Now just take a look
Lando.
at well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
Oh. Oh no, chat. My headset's just in the low battery beepy beep. Not the beepy beep. Oh, Pichère got stuck behind Zhou for a while there. Let's deploy on Pichère and just push a little bit to get closer behind Russell. How many times has Leclerc pitted now? He has pitted... Lots of people have pitted 3 times. Everything's good, chat. Oh, the track's damp now. It's drying up a little. It could be inters to the end, but I think we can just run the wets. The wets don't really get screwed up that much when it gets to damp, I feel like, in terms of performance. We got a good little car this year, it turns out. I feel like there's like a margin, right, where if it's like not below like 3, you can still run the wets and have good times. Like, temps aren't cool on the tyres, but everyone's in the same boat. Will anyone pit for inters? I don't think so. There's more rain coming as well. It's not gonna... The track's gonna stay, like, damp. It's not gonna be dry by the end. I tell you what, Merc played a blinder running the long stuff as well. How's K-Mag doing, chat? Here he is, K-Mag Cam. He's not made a mistake yet. It's a good weekend for him with no mistake. He's on a good weekend. We don't need to pit or anything here. Tyres are overheating. It's fine. It's fine. If you want to be easier on them, you can be easier on them. Oh, chat, my headset ran out of battery. Right, chat, I'm doing an ERS battery change on the we've got a power issue. We've got to change power unit live. There's lots of pressure on the line here, right. Chat, we're doing it. I have the new power unit. It's going in. It's going in. This way. We can change battery midstream. Just as long as I don't pull the plug like I did last night, it's fine. It was a slow stop. Sorry, chat. That was a slow stop by me. I'll admit it. I don't think we're going to be stopping again this race. Got to watch the wear maybe slightly, but it should be fine. As long as no one crashes, it's going to be okay. Could Bashir be caught? Maybe. I don't think so. He's like 3.5 seconds. I could tell him to get really aggressive. Sorry, chat. It's not the most interesting race here because of the way the rain fell. IndyCar started their engines. It starts in 5 minutes. I've got time. Should we get fastest lap with George, chat? Oh, mind you, I guess fastest lap was set before it got wet. Oh, Russell's about to lap Mick. He's done it. He's done it. Take that, Mick Schumacher. Alonso got fastest lap before the rain. I forgot about that, chat. We can't get that fastest lap off him. Can Teo get past his teammate? I say teammate, ex-teammate. Wait, have we already passed him? No, he's a bit up the road. Go on, Teo. Catch Mick. Oh, he's been lapped twice, chat. I feel bad. Don't push Teo, he'll crash. I just want to build a bit more of a gap to Alonso. Chat, it's just sad watching Mick these days, isn't it? He's just not the driver he used to be. To be fair, Yuki did hit him. That is actually a good point. Yuki hit him and then got the earlier pit stop. Here it is, chat. The moment that we lap Mick for a second time.
Save fuel. Copy.
I feel bad. We finished 8th and 13th in Jeddah. Both our drivers crashed. Sadly. Russell can go and deploy to the end. I think this is done, chat. It's one of those races where we got the call right and the pack was so separated by the rain. By the way, Magnussen's got Hamilton right behind him. Can Kevin hold on? This is the real plot point of this race. Can Kevin hold back Hamilton and the train behind? I say the train. It's just Danny Rick, Hamilton, Magnussen. Can Magnussen hold on to 5th? They're about to go into the last lap.
No saving required. Come on.
Hold on, Kevin. Do I want him to hold on? Do I want him to hold on? Who's taking Vettel's seat next season? Alonso. Fernando from Alpine. Hold on, Kevin. I want Kevin to do well, chat. Contrary to popular belief, we have a good friendship. Oh, wow, yeah. Actually, Leclerc and Perez have really messed up their races. Well, obviously, the two Ferraris hit each other. Perez got put on the wrong tyre. Verstappen's down in 10th. Chat, this is going to be great for the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship for us.
Checkered flag.
I think it is wrong that there's no arse in the rain. Russell wins another race. Come on. And Picher gets second. That very, very big weekend. Very, very big weekend for us. Everyone else struggled. Does Teo outplace K-Mag? He does. But K-Mag, I think, is going to hold on here. I don't know if that's our first one. Well, it's our first 1-2 with this lineup. And it's the first 1-2 where I think we've actually done it on race pace as well. He's held on. Kevin Magnussen gets 5th. Massive. Absolutely massive. Leclerc, Perez, Sainz not scoring points at all. I might put Russell into first in the Drivers' Championship. Oh, where's the hat? I don't know where the hat is. I had a clean up after yesterday's stream.
And here today, George Russell.
I'll get the music. I'll get the music.
Proud.
There's no cutscene because Teo doesn't have a head. We're massive. We're massive. Kiss the badge. Which side's the badge on? It doesn't matter.
And what a day for all the fans of the team as well.
Come on. Yeah.
The team ends in first place in the constructors'
Oh.
standings.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola.
Massive.
The season progresses with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Get ready for some...
Tell you what, it's a thing of beauty, this music, isn't it? Don't stop it there. Oh my word, look at that. AlphaTauri are having a very good season at the moment. I think Vettel finished 4th for them last race. Alpine as well are doing very well. It's a Drivers' Championship. Picher's in 3rd. Look how few points everyone has, though. I don't think anyone scored points in every race. And in the Constructors, have that. Let's go. We definitely got lucky with the rain there. I am going to be watching IndyCar. Yeah, is IndyCar about to start, chat? Everyone's saying check Indy. Is the Indy race at Laguna Seca about to begin? I think it is. I planned this horribly. Right, for people who missed it, and it was only a short stream today, we were just going to do this one race. I might stream after the IndyCar, so if people are interested in that, keep an eye open on Twitter. If I do stream after the IndyCar, it'll probably be around 11 PM UK time, maybe slightly earlier. I have already paid out the prediction that we should actually save the game. We should, you know what, chat? Good idea. We'll save. We'll save. But yeah, I'm going to be watching the IndyCar over on Sky Sports F1. If you're in the UK, you can watch it there. Obviously, you can find out where to watch it elsewhere. I recommend you watch IndyCar. It's going to be a pretty interesting end. 5 drivers can win it going into the final race of the season. So it should be pretty hype. I'm just thinking about who we are going to raid here. Who do we raid, chat? Who do we raid? Let's see who's playing this game. Right. Who is playing F1 Manager? Can we find an F1 Manager player? Right. I'm going to send you guys over to That Guy Vince. For those people who want to watch more F1 Manager. Right, chat, we need a copy pasta ready. We need a copy pasta ready. I don't know what we put in. Oh, it's Dat Guy Vince. Right, we're going to Dat Guy Vince. Right, we need a copy pasta. Mick 2. What's Mick 2? No, that's not a good copy pasta, is it? I don't know what we're going to go with. Chat, I might be live later tonight, but I'm going to be wrapping things up there because I want to go watch the IndyCar. Appreciate you guys hanging out today. And yeah, if we're not live later, I will be live next week. So keep your eyes open for that. Appreciate you hanging out for a shorter stream today. Take it easy. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me here. I'll see you all soon. Take it easy, folks.